Hello everyone, welcome back to the tier list. So, yeah, you haven't seen that red screen in a long time. Yeah, these are always gonna be my reoccurrence for when I do these tier lists, and I'm always gonna bring out the red screen because I like it. I think it's nostalgic. So yeah, we're gonna be making another tier list video, two two at once, and both of these are character rankings. But the next time I'll do this tier list, I'll be doing a bit of a variation, and I'll be searching people for maps, for play styles. Wolfie Plays has one of those, or abilities. I won't be only just doing characters because that's getting a bit stale. So I'm gonna be upgrading it, and I'm gonna be adding a lot more Garden Warfare 2 clips. Probably a slight edge. I'm probably gonna do Garden Warfare 1, but it's actually the same thing. Like Garden Warfare 2 has all the Garden Warfare 1 characters, just a bit more upgraded. So I don't think I should bring out Garden Warfare 1, but I will be bringing all the features in Garden Warfare 2 and maps, stuff like that, play styles, or something else in Garden Warfare 1 as well. But I'm not gonna rank the characters, or I'm not gonna go and character ranking and stuff like that. You know what I mean? All right. It's enough ramble. Let's actually get into the video, and yeah, I hope you enjoy.
Torchwood, pretty simple start. He's a tank class. He's interesting. Got a lot of health. Got some decent abilities. You can get some pretty fast kills. You can get a pretty decent kill streak and good KD. I'm gonna put him in just a great character. He's just great. Not S, nowhere near God, but he's great. Commander Corn, legendary character. Got some splash damage. Pretty decent. I'm actually putting him in S. I actually love the Colonel Corn class. I'm very biased towards them. Party Corn, same shabil. Feel like they're both in the same boat. Barbecue Corn, unpopular opinion. I do find him in the great class. I think he's a very fun Colonel Corn. Fire damage. If you hit your shots, you can pretty much use your whole round. May not kill someone, but they're gonna die to fire damage eventually. I'm kind of in between okay and meh. I'm gonna put him just before okay, so meh. But I do actually find him okay. Iron Citron, pretty great for destroying mechs. Very good, lots of health, tank. Can really take down a team if you play him well. I'm putting him in God just because it's Iron Citron. He's a great class. Electro Citron or Electric Citron. Same scenario. I think he's gonna be at the beginning of okay, just before great. Petrified Cactus. Ooh, Petrified Cactus. Detonator class, or variant, you should say. Right in front of the Colonel Corns, right before S. Zen Cactus, I think is pretty great. I really do enjoy her. Bandit Cactus. Good rate of fire, but the damage wise, I do enjoy playing an aggressive like Bandit Cactus build, but she's just kind of meh. Camel Cactus, right in front of Colonel Corn, and great. Future Cactus, instant S. Jade Cactus, meh. Electric Cactus, I'm sorry, not too much a fan of Electric Cactus. You got Future Cactus and so many other options. It's shit in my opinion. Ice Cactus. Ooh, Ice Cactus. It's just meh. Fire Cactus, I think it's okay. Regular Cactus, in my opinion, good damage, great. Twilight Chomper. Now, you guys know how I feel about Chompers. I ain't the biggest fan. How do I really feel about Twilight Chomper? You can warp really far. I mean, that's really what Twilight Chomper is. I really don't know, actually, to be honest with you. I'm in between meh and okay. We're gonna put it before a Toxic Citron. Unicorn Chomper, because you can do 2 warps instead of the Twilight Warp. I'm putting it at the middle of okay, in my opinion. Disco Chomper, great legendary theme. You gotta swallow to gain that meter, which could be a little annoying. So We're just going to put it at the end of okay. Yeti Chomper. My opinion, I actually quite enjoy Yeti Chomper, so I'm putting it in okay. Vampire Chomper. You gain health when you swallow. I'm putting him, actually, surprisingly, at the beginning of okay, right before great. Armored Chomper. That's going straight into the end meh. Only reason why I am not putting it in shit is because it's a tank. It could take a lot of damage. You put Sprint Burrow on it for the memes. It could be kind of funny and fun. Electric Chomper. Shit. Swamp Thing. What the hell is this thing? What the hell is Swamp Thing? What is that? Disgusting. Sounds gross. Looks disgusting. I know people say, like, you don't gotta hate on it too much. I can't stand the freaking thing. Fire Chomper. That's going in okay. Toxic Chomper. Meh. Hot Rod Chomper. As much as I hate Chomper, we all know he's going in great. Regular Chomper. Meh. Meh. Metal Pedal. Yeah, I'm putting it straight in there. I can't. Too slow. I want to heal my teammates. I can't catch up to them. Ugh, no.
So that was the end of that tier list. I mean, I would say this tier list is a 7 out of 10. It's not too bad. It's not like it's a bit it's like a bit messy, but we're gonna actually spread out our opinions on this one. So what I said about coming back to that one, yeah, well, Fire Chomper and Electric Chomper or Power Chomper, they are the exact same, honestly. And Fire Chomper just has a bit more fire damage. Power Chomper does like 11 damage, and Fire Chomper does 10. But he has fire damage, and I think Power Chomper has like piercing damage, or like, yeah, I think so as well. But he's not overly I mean, if Electric Chomper is in shite, then put the Fire Chomper in it as well. Or put Power Chomper in the same tier as Fire Chomper is. So, Alien Flower. I hate Alien Flower. I think she's like one of the worst characters in the game. Like, easily like top 10 or top 15. She's really not that good. I honestly think she's like meh or shit. She's really not good. Twilight Chomper and Unicorn Chomper. Nah, Twilight Chomper really needs to... It really needs to like be more above than the Unicorn Chomper. Unicorn Chomper is just straight. Like, I would like, doesn't the Twilight Chomper do like 25 damage per bite? That does like the regular Chomper as well. But the thing is, Twilight Chomper bites faster. All right, you have a point there with the two warps, but I would rather just go from long range rather than to just go from the middle and then do it again. I would rather just go on the full max and not like waste my time and go with the two of them. So that is an instant red flag. As you realized, I didn't show all the roses. I hate all the roses. The one rose I can give an exception to is Druid and even Reg, but that's about it. Honestly, I really don't like any roses in this game. Camo Cactus up in great. That is a bad play. Put her all the way down in meta or shit. She's really bad. Like, her scope is just insane. Like, you just zoom so far in the fucking camera, it's not even fucking comprehensible. And the 3 god tiers. Alright, I agree with Iron and Power and Partycorn. But Future Cactus, nah. She's not that broken. And I don't even see anybody using her. I always like see people use like when it comes to in terms of Cactus, either Reg, Camo sometimes, or even Petrified. Not Future. Nobody uses Future. But she's a pretty good character, but she's not God. She is not God. I would put Petrified on God, and Future I would put like S or Great, but she's still a good character, but it's way too far. Electro Citron up in okay. put him all the way down in shit. He could honestly be the worst character in the game. Just because he cannot shoot from long range anymore. He has to actually shoot from close range. And that is a bad play. And honestly, close range characters are a no-go for me. I mean, I can only say like scientists are pretty good from close range, but that's about it. Any character that is close range is complete ass wank. So I really don't think that Electro Citron should be all the way in okay. I think he should be with where Toxic Citron is, or even lower. He's so incredibly bad. And that's about it. Honestly, there's really nothing for me to say anymore. That tier list was okay. I mean, that tier list wasn't the worst. I mean, I agree with a lot of things. It's just these things that I already said I disagree on. So let's move on to the next YouTuber, which is aka Fuge.
First, we're going to take a look at SS tier. These are the best characters in the entire game. The most broken characters, the strongest characters in the entire game are the characters that are in SS tier. Starting off with the best character in the entire game, Electro P. Now, Electro P is just so stupidly overtuned. On top of being a P shooter, already a very strong class on its own, he has manual detonation. Manual detonation makes it extremely brain dead to just hit every single shot that you shoot. And on top of having manual detonation, he also has chain lightning. So if you have two zombies next to each other and you only hit one of them, the chain lightning will also just chain damage to the other zombie. So Electro P is just insanely good at taking out crowds of zombies, and his shots are also stupidly easy to hit because of his manual detonation. And he's also very hard to hit because he's small on his own, and he has hyper, so he's just so fucking annoying to fight. Electro P is such an overtuned, broken character, has to be the best in the entire game. Now, second place is Agent P. I think that Agent P could be the best character in the entire game. However, I think that Agent P is better on one platform than another. Agent P is better on PC because of the mouse aiming, obviously, but he's still very good on console. I just think that Electro P is equally brain dead on both console and PC. That's why I think that he's just a little bit better. But if Garden Warfare 2 is a PC only game, I would say that Agent P is the best in the game. Agent P has stupid fast projectile speed, hits ridiculously fast damage, has the highest damage per second in the entire game. He can kill all-stars faster than any character in the game. He can kill anyone faster than any character in the game. If you're looking to get a high kill game and just win every single 1v1 or 1v2, play Agent P. Ridiculously overtuned character, stupidly broken. Now, third place is Plasma P. The top three are P shooters just because that class is so overtuned. Plasma P is the only charged character in the entire game that is able to jump while having his charge shot. And he's also able to jump while charging his shot. So on top of being a P shooter who is able to have a charge shot, he's able to use hyper while having his charge shot and while charging his shot, and hit 70 damage. What could possibly go wrong? That's what PopCap was thinking. Plasma P's single shot damage is just so fucking stupid. 70 damage a shot and can retain full mobility while hitting those. Very strong character. Definitely going to be third place. Now, a character that I think everyone knows is very good, but a lot of people don't talk about is Astronaut. I personally think that Astronaut is the best zombie in the entire game. Astronaut is a scientist, so he's very good at self-sustaining himself, and he has such stupid fucking damage. He hits pirate level damage with a full auto weapon. That is so fucking stupid. With Astronaut, you're able to just kill everyone and everything. 20 plus damage a shot with a full auto weapon with a very good fire rate. He's just so overtuned. If his damage was like 15, he'd still be S tier. But no, his damage is like 23 a shot. It is so stupid. Astronaut just melts absolutely everything. That's why I think that he's the best zombie in the game. I feel like the rest of these kind of make sense. A lot of people will say Shrimp is not S tier. Shrimp on his own is already a pretty good imp in my opinion. He just feels very good to use. And the Shrimp mech is the best playable thing in the entire game. So if you have a character who's able to use the best playable thing in the game, he kind of has to be S tier. Another one people probably won't like is Pylon Imp. Now this is my bias coming in. I feel that Pylon Imp's mech is the second best mech in the entire game. His mech is able to just absolutely melt. Plus I think the abilities are really good. And it also has the fastest mobility out of any mech in the game. Pylon Imp on his own hits very good damage. And I just think that he's a very good imp. I feel like the rest of these make sense though. Alright, moving on to S tier, the incredible tier. Now, before my last tier list, I do not even know where I had Landscaper, but nowadays, Landscaper is definitely going to be an S tier for me. Landscaper is probably one of the most skilled characters in the entire game. His primary is just very hard to get used to and is hard to use. Now, he does have some brain dead compartments, don't get me wrong. His stun, obviously, is just a free fucking kill. And Engineer happens to have some of the best mobility in the entire game with the Jackhammer. So if you're able to master the Jackhammer mobility plus Landscaper's primary, you will absolutely destroy every single lobby with this character. Ooh, Toxic Brains. In my last tier list, I put him as S tier. However, I have dropped him down a couple tiers ever since playing him a lot. Toxic Brains without his meter is not very good. Now, granted, his meter is very easy to get, but with that said, he's still really, really bad without it. His damage without it is just not very good. He only has a 3-punch combo, which is just kind of weird to use. But with his meter, this character is fucking insane. However, if a character is only good with their legendary meter, I just can't see them being higher than A tier. As well as I just don't think Super Brains is a very good class innately, so. Now, all the other Chompers are in bad tier, except for 2 of them, the 2 exceptions being Unicorn and Twilight. Normal Chompers on their own have no mobility abilities. Unicorn and Twilight Chomper change that, and that is the only reason that I think they are good. Chomper, whenever you get close, is absolutely insane, and Unicorn and Twilight Chomper are the 2 best at doing that, so they go in A tier. As well as I have the Chester Chomper mod, so that automatically puts them to an SS tier. I feel like most of these make sense. Barbecue Corn people would put higher, but just personally I don't see the vision. I understand the reasons why this character is good, but I just can't ever use him. I don't know what it is. Physicist is incredibly slept on. This character hits like 60 fucking damage up close and hits like 20 at range. His rate of fire is slower than a character like Astronaut, but up close his character is just fucking ridiculous. Another character people will say is very good is Isatron. Now I have one very big problem with Isatron. Whenever you have a fully charged shot and you shoot that shot, the sound effect for it is so fucking bad. I don't know why, I just hate it so much. So I can just never use the character. The sound effects for him are just so bad in my opinion. Another character I don't think is very good is Rhodey Z. Spray characters are just not very good. Now Rhodey Z is one of the better spray characters because he has a stun ability and a mobility ability. However, he is just kind of mid. What can I say? Zoologist is also down here. I think that Zoologist is better than Chemist. However, I think that Zoologist on his own is just extremely mid. There's a lot of characters in Garden Warfare 2 which are just like okay. Now, if you have the Dr. Chester mod for Zoologist, this character gets bumped to SS tier, the best character in the entire game, even beating out Electropy. However, Zoologist on his own is going to be in decent tier. Next up, we have C tier. A character a lot of people like to dick ride as well is Chemist. Chemist is not a good character at all. The only reason people will say Chemist is good is because he is brain dead. Chemist is an extremely easy character for anyone to pick up. He requires absolutely no skills whatsoever. You simply teleport towards a plant, use your primary a couple times, and they will die. However, Chemist has a lot of shortcomings. For example, absolutely no ranged options whatsoever. Chemist is good at clearing out crowds. However, I do not think that he is better than a character like Marine Biologist. Marine Biologist hits more damage up close and has ranged options. I just think people will say Chemist is good because he is so easy to play, but he is just not it. Alright, now we have F tier, the worst characters in the entire game. The 3 worst characters in the entire game are Chomp Thing, Captain Squawk, and Armored Chomper. Chomp Thing I don't think is as bad as people say. Granted, bottom 3 in the entire game, don't get me wrong. However, he is not as bad as a character like Squawk or Armored Chomper. I think that Chomp Thing's ability is actually pretty cool. I like that he's able to just sustain himself and live a little bit longer, but he still is a spray chomper and is just kind of shit. Captain Squawk, welcome to the least fun character in the entire game. Has absolutely dog shit DPS, again is a spray character. Instead of having a shotgun like every other pirate, you know, he has a fucking bird that just sprays vomit. Absolutely dog shit character, second worst in the game. And the worst character in the entire game is Armored Chomper. Now I know this guy's a little meme on the channel, however we're not going to beat around the bush. This character is fucking horrible. Armored Chomper whenever you get close is an absolute machine. However, he is so fucking slow. Good luck getting close. And whenever you use sprint burrow on him, it goes slower than normal burrow speed with any other chomper. Armor Chomper is just so fucking bad. I can't even express with words just how bad this character actually is.
I would like to say only a couple of things changed from Fuge, because 7 months ago, or even 8 almost, I think it's already 8 now, I used to like react to his tier list, and it really didn't change a lot. I mean, Pylon Imp and SS and Shrimp and SS is a bit, you know. Yeah, but I'm gonna beat around say that again. I'm gonna beat around the bush and say that Chemist should be a lot higher. Your only reason why you put him all the way down to okay is because he's brain dead. Now, what kind of logic is that? Because Electropy is the same thing. It's easy for everybody can play him. If anybody's like pissed off or something, they could go for Electropy and demolish the whole lobby like that. You can do the same shit with Chemist, but he's been dropped 4 tiers down, and it doesn't even make sense. Electropy being the best character in the game, and Chemist just being all the way down, even though they both share the same gimmick. I don't get your logic. By that logic, both of them should be at least in the same tier, if you want to play like that. Alien Flower is not A. You already know my opinion on Alien Flower. After a year, it's still the same. I hate Alien Flower. AC Perry should be in meh, almost unplayable. He is terrible. He is terrible. The last time I played him was a year ago. He was so... No, not even a year ago. I think I already made an engineer Nuzlocke. I did nothing with him. Or at least I did something with him, but not a lot. Like, I remember the time where I actually played him. He was ass. He was just ass. I really hated him. There are a couple of other things to say about this tier list, but honestly, I'm just stunned that this tier list exists. It's not even a bad tier list, should I be honest with you, but it's also not the best tier list. I would say it's a 5 or 6 out of 10. 5.5 out of 10. I would say that. I don't think everything has changed at all, but I think last time I gave you the last time I reacted to your tier list, I gave you a 5 out of 10. You've improved, Fuge. 5.5. I would like to see 6 soon. That is the end of this video. If you guys have enjoyed it, make sure to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Don't worry, I'm not only going to be reacting to these videos for a long time now, these tier lists and stuff. I'm also going to be making one day my own tier lists. And I actually enjoy these tier lists, like reacting to these tier lists. I actually enjoy it. From a year ago, I was like in pain after watching Splashy Washy's tier list. I still am scarred after that, but it's all fun and games. He was just joking. This was a lot of fun. But anyway, I'll be doing more of these. I'll see you next time, or maybe I'll see you tomorrow actually.